Okay, I got a paper plate here so that I can put my diced onions on, which I'm using green onions just because I like the flavor. I'm also going to be using chile de arbo. I'm just using one because these are pretty hot. You don't have to use chile, but I just like a little extra kick to my dishes. I am gonna also be using 2 cloves of garlic. I have a head of cabbage here, which I'll probably only use half because there's just 2 of us here. I have a can of tomato sauce. I have some rice, which you don't have to add rice to yours, but we like rice in ours. So I am going to just chop up my stuff here. And you can use regular onion if you want to. It's just whatever you prefer. Oh, and I also have a pound of ground beef that I'm going to be using. And I'm probably going to add a can of Rotel to it just for a little extra tomato flavor. And to kind of tone down the heat a little bit of the chile if it's too hot. So I'm going to just scoop these into my fine china here. Just like so. And I'm going to wash my little pepper because I already washed my cabbage and stuff, but I forgot this little guy. Hold on just a second. And you may want to use gloves when you're cutting your chile. I just know these are hot because my husband had some the other day and it tore his mouth up. See, just that little bit is probably all you will need if you add some to yours. Now, I'm get the little garlics here. And you can add 1 to 2 cloves, it don't matter. Just whatever your preference is. See, if you smash them like that, it helps pop the skin off a little easier. And just slide that puppy right out of there, see? Pretty simple. And then sometimes you got some that want to be a little stubborn, but that's all right. This garlic says it ain't going down without a fight. Well, I am ready. Let's see. I'm gonna do it like this. Do it a little chunky. And if you don't have fresh garlic, you can use the kind that's already minced up, which I have some of that in the fridge too, but I just wanted some fresh stuff. You know, can't get any better than fresh. I think it just tastes better. You know what I'm saying? Now just give it a little rough chop. And you can slide that right onto your plate with your onion and your chili. Because you're going to all cook it together anyway, so why not, right? thing is, fresh garlic likes to stick to your fingers. Let me wash my hands. Okay, now let's get back to this here little beautiful little cabbage. And if you're making a whole bunch, you can use the whole head of cabbage. If not, you can only use like half of it or a quarter of it. And you can tear it, you can cut it, chop it. I certainly cannot cut a straight line. Heavens. That was a little toughy. Now, I'm just gonna roughly chop it in kind of big chunks because it's gonna wilt down and get smaller. But this is awesome, guys. If you have never had a cabbage roll, you are missing out. This is just the easier version because you ain't got to what do you call it? Steam your leaves or wilt them down in boiling water so you can roll them up. This, you just cook all your stuff and then add this to it. Shoot. And you can even freeze this and have it later on during the week if you want to. It's totally up to you. You can eat it all at once. And just kind of, just give it a little rough chop, you know, it ain't gotta be nothing fancy. And look how much just half a head is. I probably won't use all this, but you never know. So, now that we got that done, see, it didn't take long at all. Now, I'm gonna go start my hamburger meat and get that browning. Okay, now, put my hamburger meat in here, get it to frying up some. And y'all, I was gonna add rotel to this, but I didn't know I was out, so we're gonna ixnay on the rotel. I'll get this bad boy cooking up, chop it up. And this is gonna be so good, and it's gonna have such a good tomato flavor. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of thyme, just because I like the flavor. And I use the organic thyme leaves. They're pretty good. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder, some black pepper, some onion powder, and I have some sea salt. I'm just going to add a little bit because I'm going to add in some tomato flavor, which is kind of like chicken bouillon, beef bouillon, but this is tomato. Mix it around. Now I'm going to add my vegetables. I'm going to add my onions, garlic, and chile. Get those sauteing up a little bit. I have a little bit of oil here. And when I say a little bit, it really is a little bit. I need to get some more. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. And one olive oil that I found that I really like is the garlic infused olive oil, which I got it off of Amazon. I'm currently out at the moment, so I got to get some more. But I'll tell you what, it smells so good. And my beautiful neighbor is the one that turned me on to it. And now I don't want to cook with anything else but that. Okay, I'm going to open my can of tomato sauce. I'll go ahead and let this cook in there. I'm going to let my tomato sauce cook just for a couple of seconds. And it kind of makes the tomato sauce lighten up a little bit. If you know what I'm saying. It smells good. They really do need to invent smell foam. Because then I could share it with you guys. Okay. Now, I am going to add about a cup of rice. Let's see, that's probably good. Put it in there. Kind of let it get fried up a little bit. You don't have to do that, but that's just how I like to do mine. Give it a little toasty flavor, you know. Kind of like you would if you're making Spanish fries or something. My grr. This looks so good already. I got a couple, or a glass of water, I should say, that I'm going to add to this momentarily so that my rice can fluff up, you know. And I'm probably making a mess. I'm probably going to add a couple of cups because the rice is going to soak up some of this water and you want a little bit of juice. See, look at how beautiful it looks already. Goodness, bless me. I just sneezed. Okay, let me clean up my little mess here because I got water everywhere. Okay, now I am going to add my cabbage, and then I'm going to put a lid on it and let it simmer probably, well, until the rice gets soft and the cabbage is soft, and then we'll check it out and see what it tastes like. And remember, this is going to shrink as it cooks, so you can put a bunch in there if you want to. And this is good for you. Guys, don't judge me. I don't know how to cook for just 1 or 2 people. If you couldn't tell already. And my husband tells me all the time. Are you feeding the army? Might be. I just might be. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. I think I will leave the very center part, which is the core, out of this, because you know it can be a little tough. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to just kind of push this down in there. We're just going to let it do its thing. Let them marry together, you know, become one. And then it's gonna become one in my tummy. I don't have a lid that fits this perfectly. I got an oversized one. So I'm gonna turn my heat down to about 3 and just let it simmer, and we'll come back to it in about 20 minutes. Okay guys, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's check it out, give her a taste test. Oh, it looks good. And if you have to, you can always add some more water if the rice soaked it all up, you know. But this looks awesome. And you know, you can eat this with bread, you know, by itself, or if you want to add extra vegetables, you can. But I am going to get a bowl, and we're going to try it out. I think I'm a tiny little bowl here. Isn't it cute? Let's give her a check here. Yeah, let's see. It looks good. Smells good. Now let's see if the rice is done and the cabbage is done. Bon appetit, my friends. And this will go a long way too, because you got the rice in there, and you don't have to put rice in it. Some people don't, but I do, because it kind of helps make it stretch, you know, and then, you know, you get satisfied. The rice is done. The cabbage is done. Still has just a little bit of crunch, which, you know, is okay. But it does need some salt. I did not put enough in there. So, I'm adding some salt right now. And you just do it to your taste, you know. You know, and if you want to add some chili powder to it, you can. Look at this, guys. Look how beautiful that is. Yum. Oh. So, let's give her another taste after I've added the salt. Much better. It does have a little kick from the chili, but that's what I wanted. Yeah, that one pepper was enough. So guys, that's it. This is Deconstructed Cabbage Rolls. And it can't get much simpler than that. You do it all in one pan, you know, so you don't have a lot of cleanup. And your family will love it. And you could even add like some American cheese or some mozzarella or something to it, you know, if you wanted to. And I may add a little bit of American cheese. I haven't decided yet. I think I will, because cheese goes better with everything. You know what I'm saying? Cheese makes everything taste good. And, you know, I was probably a rat in my past life because I just love cheese. So, I love you guys, I really do. And remember, you're smart, you're beautiful, and you're everything that God made you to be. And I want you to tell yourself that every day when you wake up. Just look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, and I'm everything God made me to be. And that is going to start your day, and you'll have a great day for the rest of the evening. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, start your day off with a positive attitude. And smile. You know, sometimes smiling confuses people because they're like, what are you smiling about? You know? And I'm one of those people, you know, like, I'll be driving and I'm singing in my car. You know, doesn't sound the prettiest, but you know what? The good Lord loves our songs, and it sounds angelic to Him. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be positive, because I'm positive, but I love you. You are the greatest fans ever. And, you know, I haven't had this channel for very long, probably, what, 4 or 5 months, and I'm almost to 100 subscribers. Yay! Getting there, slowly but surely. I'm getting there. So I think when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm not gonna cook, but I think I'm gonna get a little cake and we're gonna celebrate. Okay? Does it sound like a winner to you? Sounds like a winner to me. Okay, guys. Y'all have a blessed week. And I love you. Can't tell you enough, I do. And stay tuned for my next video. I haven't figured out what I'm going to make yet, but I'm sure it's going to be good. Okay, bye.